Hello, you guys. So, COVID-19, big issue right now, huh? It's been a big issue for over a year, or actually coming on a year. So I know. I made a whole bunch of videos in the past during at the beginning of the pandemic and everything, dealing with it, and I never posted any. So, for various reasons, I'm not going to go into that right now, but I did have issues, and I'm better now, of course. It was dealing with depression and all this other BS, but so I just wanted to share this with you guys. So those of you who are afraid of the COVID, I'm not going to say you don't have a reason to be afraid, because I don't believe that's true. Um, but I will say you don't have a reason to be terrified. You have a reason to be watchful and to make sure that, take your precautions like you're supposed to. Just like with any other virus or disease or anything, you're going to want to, do the things you're supposed to do, wash your hands, wear your mask when you go wherever, and like you do things that to ensure that everything's going to be, that you're not going to like, will lessen the chances, I'm going to say, of you getting anything. But I will also say I have known in this whole year, this past year, there I have oh my god, I've known so many people close to me have actually contracted it, have tested positive for it, their whole household, things like that, and they're fine. They're okay. They had to deal with sickness, or they had to quarantine for 2 weeks, or like one of my uncles, one of my tios had it. He was literally sick for 3 days, and that was it. But he had to stay, quarantined for 2 weeks, and things like that. My best friend Krista, the one that I've done videos with here, she actually got it. Her and her husband had it. They were quarantined for 2 weeks. The end of their quarantine happened to be during the whole winter storm here in Texas, and they lost power and all kinds of stuff. Oh my goodness. I was like, what? I felt so bad for her, but she made it through and everything. And remember, I don't know if y'all remember, those of you who have followed me forever will know, she has had heart issues. She actually carries around a card and everything because of her heart issues. And she was able to get through it. I mean, she went through like a week of hell, feeling sick and everything, but and she's a pharmacist. She works at a Walmart pharmacy here in the area, well, in the DFW area, and so she's constantly around this stuff. So yeah, so she ended up contracting it, whatever. But basically, what I'm trying to say is everybody, even my daughter, one of my daughters had it already. Her boyfriend, her fiance, whatever, and everybody, like so many people have had it. My boyfriend's family, almost half of them have had it. His own daughter had it. The one who lived here with us had it, but she got it when she was gone visiting her boyfriend. Like she had been gone for like 2 weeks, and she found out, oh, I got it. So she stayed gone for even longer. She couldn't come by here because her dad, my boyfriend is he's a high risk because he has diabetes and he has high blood pressure. So that's just not a good combination with COVID. So, but but I just wanted to basically share with you guys, like, don't freak out. Like, don't be so, don't allow it to mess with your mind. Like, and remember, because I've been dealing with this too. As you know, I got through my anxiety. My anxiety's gone. I've been able to conquer it, all that greatness. But remember what I told you guys before. Anxiety is a part of who we are as people, human beings. It's part of our lives. Like it's a survival thing that's embedded in us. So we're never going to be completely free of anxiety. What you're going to do is learn how to control it, and learn how to allow it not to control you, and just learn. That's what you're doing. You're learning to reprogram your brain. You have to learn these little techniques in order to be able to live with it, and then you don't have to deal with it anymore. Like me, I don't have to deal with it anymore. But once in a while I will get like the breathing issues, or I will get um but it only lasts like a few minutes, and I'm able to be like, okay, I know what this is. take a deep breath with my nose, out with my mouth, kind of thing. And then it gets better and it goes away. So, but what I'm trying to say is, don't freak out. Like, really don't. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I've had 2 of my tias pass away from COVID over the past year. One just last week, passed away. My favorite tia, as a matter of fact, very favorite out of all of my tias. She's my absolute favorite tia. But she passed away last weekend from COVID. She was, of course, older. She had underlying health conditions already, and so just and that have my other tia as well was the same way. She was in San Antonio. The one that passed away last weekend was in Houston, and so yeah. But everybody else I know that's had it, I'm not even kidding. I'm going to give you a number. Probably I've known about 50 people that are close to me or that are pretty close to me that have had it, and maybe more. And those people they're fine, like completely. So, and then I'm hearing all these stories like everybody else is doing okay too. So just don't freak out. And there's nothing you can really do. There's some things you can freak out about, but we have a tendency with anxiety to freak out over things we have no control over. So do what you can with what you have control over. So that's why I was telling you, if you do what you need to do in order to what's that word? Take precautions. Of course, take precautions, but don't go overboard, and you'll be fine. Like, you'll be totally fine. Like, I still go to the grocery store when I need to. I've even gone to restaurants. I still go to restaurants and everything when I can, if it's open, here. I do all of that. I do the 6 feet away thing. I do that. So, and I'm fine, and everybody in my household has been fine. So we're good, but we don't go out. We don't go like to big gatherings. We don't do stuff like that. We did go somewhere a few weekends ago. Me and my boyfriend went out. But still, like I said, everybody's taking precautions, and so we're sticking with that. And we've been good. So, like I said, don't allow your brain to run off with your sanity, basically, is what I'm saying. Take a deep breath, and whenever you're having the breathing issues or any of the common things that happen when you have anxiety when it comes to the COVID or anything, like, don't watch the news. Don't be going on, if you get on Facebook or whatever social media you're on and your newsfeed happens to have something dealing with COVID, there's a way for you to turn off that certain thing from you seeing anything from their newsfeed again. You can do that. You can pause it for a month. You can hide it forever. Still stay their friend. Whatever you want to do, anything that's bringing you negativity, just hide it from your sight. Because us with anxiety, people who have anxiety tend to see things so much worse. Like, catastrophic thinking happens, and then we end up, going into worst case scenarios and like all of these things. And you don't want to do that to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. So I'm trying to help you here, and I'm trying to explain to you, don't do that to yourself. Just don't do it. I will be making more videos here soon. I might make one more before I stop making videos tonight. And I just wanted to, tell you guys, you're not alone, and you're amazing, and I love you guys. And just breathe and know that you got this. And remember, we're all warriors. We're all silent warriors. And yeah. All right. I love you guys. Remember, you're not alone.